Warning, this podcast contains spoilers.
Hello, everyone, and are we having it? This is going great.
Yes,
This is great.
I nailed it.
Hi, yeah, hey everyone. Welcome to the Asking on TV podcast for Marvel's Agents of Shield. I am your host Jacob, and who do I have with me today?
I'm Cleo.
Yeah,
Hello.
no Rachel tonight, but that's fine. It's okay, you know. We will go on. The show will go on. She's like, off in a ditch somewhere. I don't know what's going on.
We
This
mounted a
is
rescue, don't worry.
This is season 5, episode 6, Fun and Games. So we know from last week we got Fitz and we got Hunter. Hunter's not on the adventure right now. He's stood behind, but Fitz is back, which I've been wondering where the fuck has Fitz been, because he's on the promotional art and everything. So like, where the fuck has he been? He's here now.
So, I mean, and it seems like he just woke up. I thought maybe time had passed, he knew the lay of the land, but no, because we're in it, and what's-his-face is explaining, oh, you're this is what your freaking tag means, you're a marauder. So he didn't, it's been about 5 minutes.
Fitz has changed a lot. As a character, it makes sense because of the shit that he's been through. We've had him like go to different planets, and he's gone to literally the ends of the earth for Simmons, and now we're separated by time, and that's still not stopping him. Like, he is just like, he's tired, and he probably needs a break. So like, this character change makes sense. It's natural. Yeah. And he's mature now. He was mature before, but like, he's like even more so. And so because it's a gradual character development, it makes sense for their relationship to develop as well. And so we see that a lot in this episode. We see them, Simmons and Fitz, we see them sometimes in the same room together, or, they're close to each other, but they can't interact given the situation that they're in. Yeah. But you could see on their faces, they're not reading each other's minds per se, but like they're sort of like speaking to each other without having to say anything. Where they're saying to each other like, oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just going to say, I loved when Fitz was just telling her all that stuff, and she had no idea he was even there. Because the whole time
Which is sad.
He had a long-ass speech, things he said to her. And there were a few moments where I was like, wait, can she hear him? And I was like, oh no, she can't. She definitely can't hear him.
Well, that's what I assumed, because she wasn't even reacting. Like, I understand she has to like, be in her place and like act this certain way, but it's Fitz, and you thought he was like 90 years behind you, so like you would have a reaction if you could hear him. So I assumed like she couldn't hear him, but it's kind of sad because like he thinks that she's ignoring him, which is, I mean, this episode broke my heart, and like it broke my heart, then I put it back together. It's fine. It's fine now, but it's
totally fine, and nothing's going to go wrong.
And I like how we're defining these tropes where he's giving this speech. It's the basically "Will you marry me" speech, and she can't hear him.
Not the fucking time. That was not the time.
No, I think, well, if he didn't do it then, he probably wouldn't have gotten the chance to do it. Like, I understand why he was doing it, because, the shit keeps happening. So
exactly.
He had to. He does have the opportunity later, but he didn't know he'd had that opportunity. Mm-hmm. But Fitz, I like seeing Fitz kind of adapt to the new society that he's living in now, and how he kind of has to like adopt certain aspects of these people, while also trying to like figure out how to get the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah, I loved all the scenes at dinner where he's interacting with all the other bidders, especially like. I'm just gonna call him the Dominus because he is basically like the Roman gladiator owner, that really rich snotty guy.
Mm-hmm. Or
him just like talking to the Dominus is so fucking funny.
I really love these scenes of them watching these fights. Because it is very gladiator, but it's also just the way that the set is, and like you just have these high class people eating dinner, watching people like fight to the death. It's very Hunger Games to me, and I like the Hunger Games. Hunger Games with aliens. And I just like Fitz being like, this fight bores me.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
people killing each other.
Yeah, he did really handily make friends with oh my god, with the Cassius.
Mm-hmm.
Like pretty quickly he got Cassius interested in him and listened to what he had to say. Like Fitz swayed his opinion. Fitz did the whole like social sabotage very well.
Yes, and I want to see more of this. I like seeing aristocracy crumble in on itself. It's satisfying.
It really is satisfying, especially when you see that they're really terrible people.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the point of these things. Now, let's move on to. I want to talk about Yo-Yo because I always want to talk about Yo-Yo because Yo-Yo is amazing. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Yo-Yo and the kid.
And yeah.
Yo-Yo and the kid. Whose name I've forgotten. Finn?
Flint.
Flint. I was close.
Mm-hmm. He's going to go through Terragenesis, because he is inhuman. So when the whole thing is, when like the Terrigen mist is like going all around him, he disappears. He's gone.
Yeah, I was wondering like maybe he's a bee, or maybe he is invisible, or maybe he can teleport, and then
no, it's just Yo-Yo.
It's just you.
Oh, I love this because you're awesome. You're awesome. But yeah, I thought did he go invisible, or does he like? Yeah. Does he have like Yo-Yo's powers? I don't know.
Yeah, because it could have been a whole bunch of things, but Yo-Yo couldn't watch that happen to another Inhuman. That's why I love her.
Oh, and then she starts telling him about how she went through Terragenesis, and and the whole pescado thing, and how she just ate fish, and then she mentions tacos. He's like, "What's a taco?"
And they're all just like, "How do you not know what a taco is?"
They're like, "What kind of place is this?"
Tacos are fantastic.
So she's telling her story, and then really it's again, like, I love how the show can like break down tropes. She's telling this really nice story, trying to connect with this guy, and they all get upset because he doesn't know what a taco is. And then Mac is like freaking out.
It's like, and I know, and it's some tacos are so like integral to American eatery. Like everyone loves tacos. You're an outlier if you don't like tacos.
But that's short-lived because everything, every little happy moment or humorous moment has to be like destroyed by like something terrible that happens, because of course.
And I mean, a couple terrible things happen in a row, so
Oh yeah.
they nailed that.
But we have a douchebag. I don't bother to remember his name, and I don't think I have to anymore.
Yeah, no, we don't actually.
Yeah. Flint, we get to see his powers. So his powers are like, I don't know if it's like controlling like the earth or something, or it's telekinesis.
No,
because
it seems to be specifically rocks.
Rocks, yeah.
So I don't know if that will include dirt. I don't know if that'll include other things, but it's rocks.
Yeah, well, he takes these rocks and like clumps them together to make a giant rock, and just like he throws it at the guy's face.
He's an earthbender.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, that's what he is.
Which actually, as soon as like exactly what his powers were confirmed in the episode, I started thinking about how the Earth was destroyed, and it's not just Quake's power that could have done that. If this kid is as strong as Daisy is with his power could have destroyed the Earth as well.
Or could he put it back together?
He could put it back together, maybe.
Just like glue it. Because that's a very specific power. Because he put rocks together. He could have thrown a bunch of rocks at him, but no, he put the rocks together.
Made a bear
I don't know.
rock.
That just made me think that maybe we're foreshadowing something.
Maybe.
But we have this little battle between Daisy and I don't know her name, Ball Lady.
Shit, he said his name. He said her name.
But the Ball Lady kills Daisy's inhuman friend with balls.
Yeah, I was super upset about that.
I liked him.
I did, cause him and spoiler, Tess as well. Those were both characters where I was like, they're cool. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with them, and they both died in this episode. I'm just like, okay.
I mean, I liked that Inhuman. I liked that little girl from like what was it, episode 2 that Simmons befriended. Like I like these characters, and like they're all bad things keep happening. I don't like it.
Little girl's not dead. She's
not dead, but like she's probably she got sold off somewhere. Probably she's probably in a cage, and she probably has a bucket for a toilet. She has to drink out of it too, probably.
We got real specific right there.
Yeah. I had a dream like that. That's fine.
Oh no, that's terrible.
I had a dream like that. I was in jail, and then my friends came by. They're like, "What's that?" They're like, "What's going on?" This is my toilet. I have to drink out of it too.
Oh God, that's awful.
Okay, but Daisy, Daisy's fighting. She's fighting Ball Lady.
Yeah. Which I really want to bring up the whole exchange with Cassius's brother, and then Cassius going to talk to her and telling her, this is what she's doing. And she's like, to the death? And he's like, yes, to the death. I'm sure you'll give us a show. And she's just like, you basically are going to feed me. You're feeding me to the wolves. You are putting me out there to die. That was the end of that. And they seemed pretty close, so that had to hurt.
But his brother, who we get to meet, wants to come and buy Daisy because their dad has an army, which is because we know the Kree, they made the Inhumans specifically for war. Now, which makes me think, what do they need the army for? So, which is why I'm thinking we're still like gonna go into this Kree Skrull thing, the whole thing with them, because they just hate each other, the Kree and the Skrulls, for whatever reason, we don't know.
They hate each other. I'm pretty sure it's because they're so similar. They're both kind of like invasion forces, and when two invasion forces meet, they instantly do not like each other.
Well, yeah. So I think we're, and maybe this is just wishful thinking, but I think we're getting more into like what exactly are the Kree, what are their intentions, what do they really want, and I think we're leading towards that. And I just want to see Skrulls in the show because I like them better than the Kree, honestly, because Skrulls are awesome and they're probably on Earth right now.
Yay.
Yay. And then there's a whole thing with Captain Marvel and the Hulkling and Wiccan, and it's this whole thing. It's really great. The storylines we can do. Awesome fight scene between Daisy and Ball Lady, and then we had Daisy using her powers, using the floating balls to throw them at Ball Lady, and
yeah, that was pretty cool. She shot it back at her.
Yeah. They look like giant marbles. And they look like they hurt.
Yeah. Well, they look like I actually have a. Oh my God! All these weeks I have a pair of them. They're up there. Keep talking. I'm gonna go get them.
Oh, okay. They look like. I don't know if anybody has ever had this toy, but I had one when I was like in grade school. They're called clackers, and it's basically just two balls on a string, and you swing them, and they make a clacking sound when they hit. So that's why they're called clackers. I used to play with those. That's what they look like. They look like clackers, but without the string.
They're medicine. Are they called medicine balls? But they're like little meditative, like jingly thingies. This is basically what she uses.
Yeah. I think Catwoman uses those too. Well, Catwoman uses the clackers. I'm sure they have a proper name, but the ones that Catwoman uses, they look like clackers, so they're clackers. But during the fight scene, we also have Fitz and Simmons. They finally get to be badass, and they turn on the rich bastards, and shooting them with the icers, which we haven't seen because they didn't have any. So he. And then I love him and Simmons. They go down into the arena, and then they finally get to like exchange some words, and it's really great. And he's like, I don't want to be away from you ever again. And they're gonna get married, and then he shoots Ball Lady in the face.
Which I'm so excited that happened because, well, I'm excited for the proposal, but I'm excited that Ball Lady's only knocked out because I want to see her get mad at Cassius for basically kind of setting her up to die.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. And I just love where it fits, Simmons asks Fitz to marry her. And he's like, yes, of course, always. And then he's like, I asked you first, but you just couldn't hear me. And she's like, sure. Yeah. Sure you did.
But I'm waiting for more bad things to happen because that always has to happen at the end of every season. With
I meant Tess is dead. I have to bring that up again. I'm just so upset.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Actually.
A lot more than I like Deet, and Deet's still alive. Fuck that. Also, he wasn't in this episode at all.
No, he wasn't. I don't really know about Deet. I don't know.
Yeah, like,
I don't know.
Where is he?
I'm sure he's like in the back of my mind. Like I'm sure he's like. I'm like, okay, he has a plan. He has a plan, and it's gonna be good, and it's gonna be beneficial for our characters. But like right now, I don't like him.
Well, here's the thing. I know exactly what character this is, and I know exactly where they want him to end up at the end of this season. He is the asshole out for himself guy who, meets our main characters and then is like, oh, I have feelings, I like people again, and I'm a good guy now. But the journey there has been arduous, and I don't really care at this point. It's taken too long for him to have any growth, and he hasn't had any, so time's a ticking, and you killed Tess, and I'm upset. I'm mad.
No, I don't like him.
Yeah, no. Nah, he's got a long way to go. He's got to earn my trust back.
Yeah, Coulson's gonna like, go ape shit.
Yeah, kick his ass again. Oh no, wait, that's right. They had him locked up. They welded him into his room. That's where he's been this whole time.
Yeah. But speaking of Coulson, he actually, well, not Coulson, but Clark Gregg. He directed this episode actually.
Yes.
Which, I'm glad that he's getting to direct some episodes. Hopefully, like they'll let him direct more, because I really love this episode. I think he did a great job. And I always like it when certain actors who've been with the show for a while are allowed to direct episodes.
Yeah.
Because they've grown with the show, and they know the show better than anybody. So, and
funny enough,
and he's a fan.
Yeah, oh
so,
my god, yeah.
He's a fan, so like he knows what he wants to see, and in turn, that's usually what we want to see.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about that. I don't know if he's directing any more episodes, but I'm hoping he does, because I really enjoyed this one. This one had so many ups and downs, but it's what we wanted. It's like I wanted the Fitz and Simmons, reunion, and that's what we got, and it was amazing, and it was sad, and you made me cry, but then everything was fine. But it's not going to be fine. It's fine right now because they're getting married, but they probably won't get married until 6 years later. But it's gonna happen.
At least they're engaged.
So.
That's the important part.
You're living together. You're engaged. You gotta go get it. You're gonna go get a turtle, and then everything's gonna be fine.
You're traveling through time and space. I mean, it's fine. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah. See, now because this season is in a different time period, they have to come back, right?
And this is the thing that keeps popping up in my brain every once in a while watching this season. It's that even if they save this part of time, even if they do whatever they're supposed to do here, the bad stuff is still going to happen. They're not stopping the Earth from being ripped apart. At least not at the moment. So I don't know what the goal is here.
I don't know, because I'm still confused if this is their future from their timeline, or it's another one, and if they're going to fix it and it's a different timeline, if they fix this alternate timeline, does that affect their timeline, or are they independent from each other? If it's their own timeline and then they fix it and they cause a paradox, I don't know. Yeah. See, this is why I don't like the whole multiverse thing.
And I'm super surprised no one's mentioned this as a defense against it being Daisy who blew up the planet. She's like, if I am here, how did I blow up the planet?
Because it's not this version of you. And see, this is what I'm afraid of, that we're going to get into. No, I know,
but nobody in the show right now is thinking that. It's another it's another version of these people.
Well, Daisy kind of said in my universe I didn't do it, so
where I'm from, I think.
Where I'm from, I didn't do it. Well, but you might have done it. We don't know. We don't even know if it was you. So I think we always have. I was thinking about this because I was watching season 4, because I honestly kind of forgot some of the things that happened in season 4, because it was 3 different stories. I still liked it though, but we have Grant Ward, who's been on the show since season 1, but they always find a way to bring him back, even after he's dead.
But, and he died twice. I'm still waiting for them to find another reason.
I'm trying to see how they're going to bring him back. And now, since we have the fucking multiverse thing, I think that's how they're going to do it. Something's going to happen. They're going to screw up something to where they go back to their timeline and he's alive somehow.
Yeah, I want good guy Ward from the Framework is what I want.
Yeah.
I want Goody Two Shoes. Goody Two Shoes Ward.
Well, I liked him because he was like the Ward that we thought we knew in season 1.
Yeah. He's the
Wasn't
word we thought we
you know,
were getting.
the Ward that he was pretending to be.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that actor. They clearly like him. The producers clearly like him, which is why they keep bringing it back. So I hope they bring him back maybe for like an episode, or maybe maybe they'll find like an old crusty version of him in this timeline. I don't know. Yeah, y'all. I love this season, but still, like you make my brain hurt because I keep thinking about all these things.
We have to talk about the bald guy.
Oh, that guy.
He shows up to the Kree at the end of the episode to get on the elevator.
I'm a Kree.
So funny. His acting is just like, the actor's acting is great, but the character's acting is terrible. He ends up having to shoot the guy anyway, just to shut him up.
I'm blue. I'm a Kree. Therefore, I am blue. I am blue because I am a Kree.
Because he asks, the Kree asks him, "Who are you?" And he says, "I am a Kree." It's like, no, he didn't ask, "What are you?" He asked, "Who are you?" But when he gets into the elevator, he says, "I am not a person."
Which makes me think, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Because I think if you are a Kree, then you're a person.
I think he's an LMD.
I don't know.
That would explain why he hasn't aged this whole time.
Maybe.
If he's an LMD that's programmed, we don't even know what he would have been programmed for.
Well, where did he come from?
Yeah.
We know, because Ada made LMD versions of everybody else.
Oh, and he said,
she made this one, why did she?
He said he's been on Earth for like thousands of years. Like a stupid long amount of time.
And where did he come? Well, then who?
I don't know.
If he's an LMD, or maybe not an LMD, but some kind of robot.
Yeah.
Who put him there?
Who made him? Yeah, I don't know.
I was there.
I don't know.
Because if he's not a Watcher, and I don't think he's a Watcher.
Yeah.
We have, because the Watchers have a distinct look, and he's not a Watcher.
No, but I mean, he could be an agent of the Watchers, so sort of like Stan Lee's character is.
But he's a robot. I don't know. He's not a person. Is he maybe an entity, or? He's
just gonna turn into like a spirit at the end of this. It's just like, my job is done. It's Jesus. He just floats off into space.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah. And if he's been watching humanity this whole time, why now interfere? What's the point now? I don't know. There's too many questions. He's a very interesting.
I don't know. It's freaking me out. That bothers me. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're setting him up to be. I don't know if they're setting him up to be a villain. If he is, then yeah, you got the creepy factor down, because he bothers me. He bothers me. I don't like it.
Wait, yeah, and he's the one who sent them to the future in the first place. And he on purpose left Fitz out. But then he goes through all of this trouble. And I know Fitz forces him, but he goes through all of this trouble to set Fitz on the same path with them. Maybe that was on purpose too.
I don't know. He took off his skin. I don't like it.
Oh my god, that's right. He took his skin off. I forgot about that.
Because remember he took off his skin,
and we were all like, Skrull.
Maybe.
Shakuse.
Maybe that is what it is. Maybe that's what they're implying.
But Skrull consider themselves people, right? They're a race of people.
Different adaptations. I don't know. Maybe because they can turn into different people. They don't consider themselves people. I don't know. But no, it's all confusing. Okay, we'll find out. We'll find out in the next episode.
Mysteries abound.
But in the next episode, The next episode, that episode 7, is called Together or Not All. Synopsis: just as the team reunites, it becomes prey for an undefeated Kree warrior. So we're getting more fights in that arena, I'm guessing, which I'm always all for. But we got the team back together. It's great. Everyone's all here except for Ward, but he's dead. He was never really part of the team anyway. Everyone's here. We got except for a few. We don't have Bobby and Hunter, but that's beside the point. The main team's here. And I like that. I love that Yo-Yo is also part of the team, as she should be. So I'm excited because I love seeing Fitz back with Simmons, and we need Fitz back with Mac, and Fitz back with Coulson, and it's gonna be great. And then we need let's see, we need to get May. We didn't talk about May, actually.
We didn't. She
May's
Psychic
awesome.
Guy.
She fights Psychic Guy, and May is awesome, and she easily could have killed him if she wanted to.
Well, if she was at full strength.
Yeah.
Like, I think a big problem was that she's not only injured from her leg, but she's injured from fighting like a whole bunch of Kree in a row.
Yeah.
She fought a lot of Kree in a row.
But we have an Inhuman on our team. We have 2 Inhumans on our team, so it kind of balances it out. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm loving the season. Really loving the season.
It's really compelling.
Yeah, and it's very. I love the setting. Love themes. Love new characters, and I love this weird unknown shit. I think this is what we were missing from last season. Not to say that I didn't like last season. I'm just saying last season felt kind of discombobulated because it was just one story, another story, here's another story.
Yeah, I definitely think there was it switched too fast from Ghost Rider to LMDs. It's like they took an axe to the middle of the season and then both sides fell off.
Yes, and then those sides unveiled another side that brought the other 2 sides together, but I don't think they did them well. I think they were both good separate stories by themselves. When they tried to bring them together, they didn't really feel well.
Yeah, if they each had
this feels like
a season,
yeah,
I think it would have been a lot better.
That would have been interesting, but too late now. But I think what this season is doing with the time travel and the Kree and this weird ass bald guy, it feels like they're different stories, but they feel like they work well with each other, and they're working alongside each other, and one thing leads into the other thing. So I like that. It has a nice flow. Is that all? Did we miss anything? I don't think we did. We talked about May. I think that was the only thing we forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of people are dead.
And people are dead. Well, the Earth is dead, so
no.
A lot of people are dead. Okay, so I'm excited. More Fitz and Simmons, please, and more Bobby and Hunter somehow. Okay, so with that has been our show. Cleo, where can people find you?
They can find me at Cleomoto on Twitter and Twitch and stuff.
Yeah, that's stuff. You can find me and all of my giggles and gore and monsters and mayhem on YouTube at Jacob Salazar, or you can find me on Twitter, tweeting me throughout the week, life at ToNowhereland, that is TONOWHERELAND. Join the Nowhereland Society. And you can find all of us and the rest of the stuff that we do at ASOTV Podcast here on Twitch, where you are watching us, or you can watch us on YouTube, Google+, Facebook, MySpace. We also have a Discord. Remember, that's still a thing. Do we have something else? I always feel like I'm forgetting something, and I'm usually not. I'm always fine. No Instagram.
Just say it's a TV podcast. Find us places. Google it.
Yeah. Not ASOT products. Podcast.
Podcast. Yes.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye-bye.
Every time I type in ASOTV to find us, I just get products.